Welcome to my Odyssey of a Heart podcast. You'll hear from me during each episode an odyssey of life and fiction, wit and wisdom, excerpts from my non-fiction and fiction books, the open and moving books of life of various people I will interview, the rhythm of a heart in poetry, the landscapes of a heart in vignettes and short stories, the whispers of a heart, mind and soul in various novel excerpts, and the Odyssey of a Heart, Home of a Soul, Nostalgia of a Heart, and Axiom of a Soul, of people from different walks of life. Learn from their living values and lifetime wisdom. I'm here to inspire, reach out, and shed light on some dark nights, extend hope on times when it is hard to cope, and give you enlightenment and joy through the valuable sharing of insights, better health and nutrition, perceptions, and experiences in life. I'm Angelica Abaya Van Doorn, and my nom de plume is Angelica Hopes. I'm a poetess, a memoirist, a ghostwriter, an Italian-English translator, a literary novelist, a freelance writer, and I have done various jobs in the past as a research analyst, loans and credit analyst, English and piano tutor, secretary and translator in a prestigious law firm, insurance company, trust company, and flights dispatcher and coordinator of 800 Hawker and Citation 10 aircraft. I wrote articles for the Filipino Expat magazine, and ABS-CBN syndicated my article about coping with discrimination and solitude abroad. I wrote gender issues articles for Rappler, and I was quoted in Time magazine for my article about coping mechanisms in times of pain, loss, death, sorrow, and grief. For my writings, visit angelicahopes.com and odysseyofaheart.com. I'm the author of Rhythm of a Heart, Music of a Soul, Landscapes of a Heart, Whispers of a Soul, Life Issues, Behavioral Haiku, Life Unfolds. My ebooks are available on Apple Books. Follow me on Spotify at Odyssey of a Heart. Follow me on Instagram at Angelica Hopes Author. Subscribe on my YouTube at Odyssey of a Heart /Angelica Hopes. Follow me on Meta or add me in Facebook at Ana Angelica Abaya Van Doorn. If you wish to be interviewed or join me in my Odyssey of a Heart podcast, write to me at odysseyofaheart@gmail.com. Thank you. Have a wonderful and productive day. Take care. On the first episode of Odyssey of a Heart podcast, my first guest is Maria Milagros Ragodon Nabur. She has an Odyssey of a Heart toward success, excellence, and humanitarian service dedicated to young migrants, thriving against all obstacles, challenges, and trials through her unwavering hard work, determination, intelligence, generosity, resourcefulness, grace, faith, endless patience, and resilience. Dott.ssa Maria Milagros Ragodon Nabur founded the International Migrant School in Rome in 2017. On January 17, 2025, she became the only migrant nominated among 1,500 candidates and awarded il Premio Energie per Roma 2025 or the Energies for Rome Prize 2025. She's the first Filipino migrant and the only migrant to receive this prestigious award in Rome, Italy. Let's welcome Dott.ssa Maria Milagros Ragodon Nabur.
Hello everyone, this is Angelica Abaya Van Doorn. I write as Angelica Hopes. Welcome to my first episode of my Odyssey of a Heart podcast. And my first guest is Milagros Ragodon Nabur. She's the president and founder of the International Migrant School here in Rome. And recently, she has been awarded out of 1,500 candidates under the categoria sociale, or the social category, Premio Energie per Roma 2025.
And was given.
And it was awarded last January 17, 2025. Okay, now tell us about yourself, Mila.
So,
where do you come from? How long have you been here in Italy? And feel free to tell us about yourself.
Okay. Here in Italy, I'm living for 35 years, and I am origin from Bicol region, was Albay. And I am very happy to share with you my experience of how I founded this school, which the activity for the migrants, and the whole life that I have been studied here in Italy, I dedicated for the love of the young generation, which that is my dream, that is my mission. I really feel in my heart that I can give contribution to the young generation. The education for the young migrants is really important here in this country, because no one wants to care for the migrants here. And I didn't even expect this award, because I really don't know what is Energia, Premio Energie per Roma. Just one day I received the letter that I am one of the candidates.
Okay.
But then
I'll add something.
Yeah.
Il premio Energie per Roma. It means the energies
that is
prize for Rome.
Yeah.
It's a prestigious award organized by European Center for Cultural Studies, conceived by Fabio Pompei and Alessandro Alonghi. Now in its second edition, it aims to recognize and give value to the commitment and talent of individuals like Mila, companies and third sector entities that have distinguished themselves in the artistic, cultural, social, entrepreneur and voluntary fields, contributing to making Rome a more dynamic and supportive city, not only to its inhabitants, but also to the migrants. And that's where Mila gave her heart for the young migrants here in Rome.
Yes, it is not easy to have this premio, this award, because I didn't even expect, and I don't want this kind of award which only in word, but I want always the award that you have been done many things for the good of the young, not only for the young but also for all the migrants in general, which I observe here in Italy. There's a very strong discrimination, so I want to fight for this, because we are equal in the eyes of God, most especially here in Europe. White and other colors, they are distinguishing very strong.
Yes, we have dignity, and nobody should tread on our dignity.
So, this school will uplift those migrants. That's why I founded this school, to uplift all the migrants, not only Filipino, but all the migrants in general. And we are not looking for religions, colors, ethnics, or whatever.
Correct.
We are accepted all the kinds of religions, ethnics, or whatever they are, because here in Italy we have to educate those people here. We migrants, we have a lots of things to do to help also this country, because they are focusing only to themselves, but they doesn't like to look up even the others. So they are like a very, what you call that, focus only to themselves, doesn't like to think the others.
It's like, you know, when the horse has it.
Yeah.
It's just like that.
Yeah,
straight,
that's why this school is really different from the other international school. And the objective is a fair education. Every migrant has the right to study.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So how did you end up living in Italy and working in Italy? You said 35 years ago. How did you first arrive here?
So here in Italy, I am what you call that? I do not have even one relatives here. So I came here. The purpose is to study. But then I was what you call that? The people, the persons, and the group of religious who brought me here, they did not even gave me what they promised. So I suffered much because of that. But I didn't even think about negative to myself. I always think positive, even though I am suffering. I really receive all those punishments and everything, works and a very hard works.
But so you underwent many challenges
in life, but I keep positive. I didn't even think about negativity.
Can you give us one example so they would have an idea what kind?
So,
for example,
the promise that they gave us, they promised us that we will study, continue our study here as a formation. In order to return back in the Philippines, we will be the one to handle the school, to work in the school. But then, the thing is, they did not do that. They sent us to work in the hotel.
So it's like unpaid labor.
Yeah, unpaid labor. And we cannot even make a complaint. We cannot even return to our home because they are holding our passports and everything documents. You cannot even complain to anyone and hold a telephone to call your relatives.
And at the time you were young.
I am very young the time, and then I am full of hope. I was thinking that I can do many things to my dream that since the beginning, I was dreaming to have school for me. But then, I was failed because they didn't even send me to school. But then, fortunately, later on, the Salesian Don Bosco, they told me that
and at that time, when you were on this desperate situation where you were suffering under, like, I don't know
9
if
years of
right, suffering, or it's like unpaid labor, it's like a modern slavery under a title of something else. Who helped you at the time? Who are these entities who help you rise up and to free yourself from them?
No, I am the one. I'm alone who asked them to free me to return back in my own country. So when I convinced them that I will return back in my own country, I asked them that I will study again. And then, fortunately, the Don Bosco called me here again in Italy, and I returned back here in Italy. And the Don Bosco gave me the scholarship. That's why I studied in Pontificia Salesiana with a scholarship that they gave me. And when they saw that I am a very good student, they continue supporting me in my studies. So until I finish my master's degree, and then they promised me that they will send me even to the doctoral degree. So I said, I always say yes, thank you, and yes. Whatever it is, I will follow whatever the will of God to me. I said yes.
So for the young ones listening, students, you see, she's a very good example of timeless patience, resilience, hard work, and determination. So, I have another question. Share at least 3 significant, influential decisions you made while living in Italy.
Okay. My first decision when I was, because I'm always alone, and I was concentrating to my studies, I said, when I told my benefactors, because I found out 3 benefactors here while I was studying. One is Ate Dulce Mendoza, but my major benefactor is the late Lourdes Pasamonte and Tito Michael Janman, a British ex-director of the fisheries of FAO. I really thank them because they keep encouraging me to continue my studies, supporting me financially. They were giving me always 1,300 for my apartment, for my living, everything, 1,300. But that money, I didn't spend all because I keep it little by little in order to build my school.
So you put up a school to serve the migrants in Italy. Very good.
But then...
And then you pursue higher education too.
Yes.
Yes. Wow.
But only I have my patient and I didn't even spend for myself. That's why all those benefactors who gave me money, I keep it because I want to save some money to start for my school. So that school that I've been started is really dedicated to those persons who supported me during the time that I was in the university. So this is not for me. I said, this is my thank to the benefactors in order to return whatever they spent to me. And giving back, and also to become a model to those young generation that there is nothing impossible if you have your patience, exercise your values, patience, love, and humility only. That's my key to success.
In the school, you know, thinking about how you've been treated when you were young at the time that maybe they did not let you be aware of your rights as a migrant, as a person. So are you teaching these young students their rights as migrants? Yes. That's very good. Yeah.
Yeah. And
did you study law? Something about it?
I keep being as example to them. I keep telling them that if I did this, you can do it also, because your success is always based in you, not to your from your teachers, but you yourself, you will be the one to develop it.
Yes, correct.
Even me, I was I cannot say even for myself that maybe I am inspired by the Holy Spirit, because you know, you cannot create one thing which it's impossible. I didn't receive any fund, but the school was established without any single fund. But now, I can say that the school can stand.
Because you see, you really passed a lot of obstacles.
Yeah.
And it seems like the obstacles became the way. You never wavered. You were resilient.
Yeah.
That's very good. Yeah.
Once you focus to one thing, which is good for the others, the Lord will bless you.
Yeah.
I really believe in that.
So my next question, did you experience any forms of discrimination and pinches of racism as a migrant, as a woman of color, and even as a professional?
Yes.
You can cite circumstances, your coping mechanisms, and lessons learned from this pinches of racism or discrimination.
That's very normal here in Italy for the migrants. You know why? Even during my time in university, I was presenting my thesis in doctoral thesis. My professor, which is a sister, a nun, who discriminated me. But then I understand, of course, because I am from Asia and they are from Europe. And they cannot believe that one Asian people or one Asian student can get a higher grade to all the subjects that I've been taken. So the time I was taking all my subjects in education.
And you took this in Italian language.
Yeah.
Very good.
The oral examinations, I always got 30 su 30.
Wow.
So, perfect.
Bravissima.
Yeah. So, they doesn't like it.
See, for the young students listening and for those other migrants in abroad, that's really the importance of studying well the foreign language where you are living now. It's the key for respect.
Yeah.
And for progressive developments of what you aim to do in life, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the key to success is really very simple. 3 only. The key to success. Patience, perseverance, and humility. These 3 will work to you and you will become a successful person. That will be your key to success.
Thank you. Yeah. So, what are the significant difficulties or obstacles you encountered while starting the school? Okay. Now, you started the school of the International Migrant School. And anything at the start is always difficult. It's like also like when kids start to walk, there are obstacles. So, what are the difficulties or obstacles you experience?
That is the bureaucratic first for the registration of the school. All the materials that you have in your hand, they will not recognize even though it is good, it is real, but they doesn't believe in you because they are looking your figure, that it seems that you are nothing. They will degrade you, underestimated you.
How did you cope up with this? How did you, of course, well, maybe you want to answer back, but you have to be diplomatic because you're asking.
No,
how did you?
I keep praying, and I said, God is always powerful than them. And if I have my God in my heart, no one can touch me, no one can say anything, even though I receive many humiliation, everything.
You mean people humiliated you, like slandered you, talk bad against you after you've done?
At the back, they are saying bad against me. All those things, I always pray for that. And that I always say, time will come, you will realize what you have been accused me. And that time, you will cry and you will be humbled also.
There is a saying in Italian, le bugie alle gambe corte. That means lies have short legs. That means truth shall always catch up on those liars, on those slanderers, on those deceivers.
And I didn't even have fear of my own work because, you know, once you are working honestly and you are saying everything what is true and good for the others, you do not have to be worried about.
So you encountered this while you were administering and running the school?
Until this time.
Until this time?
Yes.
That's difficult.
So it's very difficult because if you do not have patience, if you do not have in your heart God, you might be destroyed.
So, I have another question. What nationalities of students are enrolled? How many enrollees you are now in International Migrant School?
Actually, we started at 5 students during 2017. We started this school 2017. We started at 5 students. And now we reach 150 students this year. During the COVID time, I was thinking that we will close, but then we didn't close our school because we followed up the measures of the government. So we survived.
So from which countries do they come from? The young migrants?
The young migrants, first Filipino group, then next Indian, then the group of Indians, and from group of Indians, we had Russian students, diplomat. And then we had Bangladesh, and recently they had the Belgian students, and Vietnam, Indonesia, China, and Sri Lankan. We got many. We are 10 countries nationality.
Also from Africa?
Yeah, Nigerian and Kenyan. They are all diplomats anyway, but they graduated in our school. Italians also we have. Yeah, we got Italians.
That's good.
Yeah.
So tell us about the school accreditation of the International Migrant School.
Okay. First, I applied the curriculum, Philippine curriculum. And the first team of DepEd sent us here. They evaluated our documents and we passed the evaluation. So we received the temporary approbations of the operation. After that, you will renew, but then they started to have again a problem because they doesn't like to give us a renewal for the junior high school. But then I said, why? Because they're thinking that we are Filipino school. But I told them, we are not Filipino school because we are international migrant school.
Multi-ethnic.
Yeah, multi-ethnic.
Okay.
And they keep telling me that that is a problem. You have to accept only 30% for the migrants and 70% for the Filipinos. And I said, here in Italy, I cannot do that because they advised me that your school is really different from the other school. The migrant school, meaning you are multi-ethnics. You cannot just select more Filipinos and little migrants, foreigners. So I told the DepEd, I cannot do that. And until this time, they doesn't like to give us a renewal.
I hope they
Then,
will. Yeah.
What I did, I created this multi-ethnic curriculum. And I presented...
This is the first one.
Yeah.
Multi-ethnic curriculum for migrant school. Yeah.
Unfortunately, all the universities around Europe, and I entered to all the organizations for education, I presented this multi-ethnic curriculum and they are very accepted. They are willing to accept this multi-ethnic curriculum because we experimented already in our school.
You experienced it from the start. Yeah.
And then, I saw that the students under us using this curriculum, when they got their admission to the university, they are the one who is, first in the line of who passed the examination for the admission. So, meaning, this multi-ethnic curriculum is very effective to the migrants. So, I am planning to leave the DepEd curriculum already.
Okay. Because you see, I hope one day they will realize your values on inclusivity, the values on being holistic, and not too narrow, but the holistic approach, because it's a multi-ethnic. There are many migrants from different countries, and I do believe when students mingle like this, it's like, you know, there are those expensive international schools, and it has the same atmosphere, and they really develop in a holistic way. And thank you for that. I mean, you developed this multi-ethnic curriculum.
Because I said, we have IB, International Baccalaureate.
Yes.
There's a lot of curriculum around the world, which they, they are promoting to all the universities. But then when I saw that it is easy also to have your own curriculum once your activity is really different from the others. So, I tried my best to do it. Now, this multi-ethnic curriculums, we are now using it to our school and it is very nice because it is very effective to all the students.
Okay. So, what would you like to share with the youthful dreamers or those who aim to work in education, teaching, and administrative sectors?
Okay. Actually, before I become a teacher, I am not a teacher. Because I studied in the Philippines, in Santo Tomas, as BSBA, so accountancy, so major in management. So I got my diploma, bachelor's degree in business management. But then, when I heard that there's a need for education here in Italy, I said, maybe I will try my best to help them. Because lacking of education to the migrants, I will do it. So, fortunately, the Salesian Don Bosco approached me if I like to teach in their school. And I said, yes, why not? So, they told me to go enroll to the education group department. And I said, yes, I will do it. So, I made it. And I said, I will create my school. And that school, yeah. There are many of them, they are laughing, you are dreaming, you are something mad, because how can you create a school? You are alone, you do not have money, and you're just depending to your benefactors. And I always say, there's nothing impossible, and if it is God's will, I can make it. And that's it. So no one believes in me during the time.
Another question. If there is a book that would describe you or be in tune with the way you lived your life, or you would like to recommend to anyone and reading this, I mean, how you told us, what would it be?
So be it is like Jane Eyre. That is the model of this story, because Jane Eyre, as I also read that book, it is very interesting. But he suffered also much regarding the teaching, educating, and for me, as an educator, I will do my best for my student. I will give my whole life. And that is how the teacher loved the students. How the teacher gave with a whole heart to his or her work. Because as a teacher, there is no professional if there is no teacher. So the teacher, those professionals came from the teacher. So me as a teacher, like Jane Eyre, I will do it again. I will repeat the history of Jane Eyre. Because it is, we say, the same. It will repeat again.
So what is your daily what is your daily inspiration that keeps you strong and motivated despite all these issues, polemics, and obstacles you have faced?
I become strong and continues my dedication to education because I really love students.
And she has a best friend, a really very good best friend here at home that she let me meet her.
My inspiration is my dog, my fishes, and all kinds of plants. I was inspired with one dog who grown up with me here inside my house, and she became like my child. And she's very intelligent, Nikki, and she understands all my words. She cannot even say anything because she is a dog, but she can understand what I'm saying. Very polite, loving dog, and maybe I will become mad if she will lost.
The first time I met Nikki in 2019 when I came here, first time I met Mila, she didn't bark at me, and I remember, and I still see it like today, Nikki eats sitting on the table. Oh no, sitting on a chair. Eating on the table like a person. She's a gentle dog, a very calm dog. And with an eyes like she understands. Yeah. And also, of course, apart from the dog, I do believe that she has given her life to her students, to all the... Hello again, Ma'am Mila. We are here in your office. This is a continuation of yesterday, like the podcast yesterday. And like as we were saying, you gave your life to them, to this school. So my next query is, tell us about the students of the International Migrant School and their parents.
So the parents and the students, they are, once they finish here, they are really happy and giving thanks, returning back here and saying that they are really thankful to have this school, because they thought that they will never finish their studies here in Italy because of the difficulties in language, and there is no school who are willing to help them to integrate. So this school is really different, and all the parents, they are satisfied with our services, and most especially those who graduated here and become successful after the university.
And I immediately caught attention of the beautiful logo of your school.
Yeah.
And I want to ask, who designed the logo of this school? It says there, enculturate, educate, and empower.
Actually, the logo, which maybe someone above who inspired me to draw it.
So you designed it.
I'm the one.
You're
who
brilliant.
decided it.
Bravissima.
And then,
yeah.
it is for the migrants, and the migrants must be given a good education in order to be successful one, even in the foreign country. So I really heard that the migrants always have their deprivations and failure once they are out from their own country. So this logo, I put the torch as a hope, as a light to their way. So I put the crown as a success for them. So I identify each angle of this logo. So this is it was already stated there what will become those students who will study here.
And I have another question. So this podcast is about Odyssey of a Heart. You have a very brilliant and very how do you call it, long odyssey of a heart, full of challenges, obstacles, suffering, and pain. So what is the odyssey of your heart that you want to share?
The odyssey of my heart is really a very simple one, because I really believe that I was inspired by someone above, whom no one can say that it is invisible but full of power. So the odyssey of my heart, I really put my whole life to the service of the young migrants, and I do not have anything to ask, not money, but the fulfillment of my mission. I really love the migrants until at the end of my life, and I promise it. As long as I have my life, I will help the migrants all over the world, not only here in Italy. I want to make branches to all the European countries, because there's a lot of migrants.
In fact, you're making now the multi-ethnic curriculum.
Yeah, I made the multi-ethnic curriculum because that is for the migrants curriculum. There is no one who made a curriculum for the migrants. The migrants is always deprived. The migrants is always put at the end. But I can say that the migrants is the treasure of all nations, because without the migrants, you cannot be a successful nation. Jesus Christ is the first migrant to fly to Egypt and went also to Bethlehem, and he is the only one who traveled as the early age of Jesus. He fly to Egypt, he fly to somewhere else. He is a migrant. So we are all migrants in the eyes of God. So I believe in that with this school and with this activity that we are doing, a very simple activity but full of hope, is my Odyssey.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much for everyone who watched and listened to this podcast.
Thank you so much for those who, to the listeners to those who watch these videos, and then to those who believe in my activity, in my what you call that, help.
And visit and support International Migrant School.
Support my benefactors and everyone who make believe in me, who really didn't have doubt in me. I really thank you, and more power also to you. And I thank you also, the one who made this video, to Angelica.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Okay, more power to your.
Actually, I'm honored that you're my first guest in my Odyssey of a Heart podcast.
So
I'll be interviewing all other, not just Filipinos, but also from all other walks of life.
Hopefully that one day there's also another like me who will follow my footsteps.
Yeah. You're a beacon of light and inspiration, a strong inspiration of resilience to migrants. Yeah.
Hopefully that.
And you are so selfless. You know, you are so generous. Yeah. You give really your heart and dedication and life to them.
That's my happiness.
Yes.
That's the only happiness in my life. Giving without reserving anything. So there is no return for that. I am happy for what I am and what I receive. See. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, this is a PS of this podcast which caught my attention. You met the Holy Father. So how many popes have you met for 35 years here in
Two popes.
Rome and the Vatican?
Pope John Paul and then Pope Francis.
Wow. And this one, the Holy Father Francis cordially imparts the requested apostolic blessing to. That was last year.
Yeah. My 60th anniversary.
Yeah, wow.
My birthday.
Bravissima. Auguroni. Congratulations. Yeah. Oh, you're so blessed. And you inspire so much young migrants and young hearts. Thank you.
It's a long time that I suffered for you. This is the fruits of fighting for discrimination. I win for that. And this is your pride. Not for me, but for you. You have to struggle for your success. You see? There is nothing impossible when you strive. When you do your part with your heart. I struggle like you in my studies. For many years, I was getting sick, but I never make a complaint. This is the fruits of my struggle, of my suffering. So, you can do it, as what I did. Success is in your hand, not in your teacher. If you listen to your teachers and do what they told you, you will become a successful one. See, Mamila has no relatives, no one here in Italy, but I have tried my best. So, always pray, do not forget God, because He is the only one who can give you success. Trust Him and be humble. That will be the key to success. So now I will go because it's already late. They are waiting for me. They sent me message because at 3 o'clock we will gather together with the others. I am the only Filipina in that group, and in the whole 53 candidates and was selected, I am the only Filipina there. So we will bring our flag, not only Filipino flag, but the migrants' flag. We win. Not those people who are telling that we are not recognized here. I will fight for you. Until the last breath of my life, I will give it to you. because you are my...
Your life. Brava. Bravissima.
Okay, so I am here to say to our Directress Ayaman family, we are proud of her, is it? In just 2 minutes, do you know which award she got? So name is Il Premio.
Spero di dirlo bene. Milagros Ragodon Nabur.
Fra tre.
Milagros Ragodon Nabur. Sbagliato un accento. Mila, facile, è una figura davvero straordinaria. Presidente dell'International Migrants School, Mila ha creato un ambiente scolastico accogliente per i figli di lavoratori migranti. La scuola, qualificata e multilingue, supporta l'integrazione e il successo educativo di ragazzi con background migratorio, promuovendo il rispetto per le diversità culturali. Il suo lavoro è un esempio di inclusione e sensibilità verso i bisognosi e dei nuovi cittadini.
Oh, misteriosa.